Hello Taurus, welcome to your reading with me, Cindy. Taurus, I've pulled out cards already. We're going to start talking about them. We'll go into the tarot together in a minute here. I'm getting the impression from the cards that are on the table that you I don't know, are you waiting for a response from someone about something that you voiced to them? Because, okay, the situation that I'm looking at on the table, it looks like to me that somebody is thinking about and contemplating what looks like it could be like the end in some type of relationship here. It could be a friend and it could be a lover. Now, okay, there's also a man involved. I'm going to say that. It's complicated. This is a complicated reading. And I've sat with it for a few minutes here and tried to stitch everything together. And I know, it just sometimes I know I'm not going to stitch this together until I am one-on-one and the camera is live and we're in the energy and we start pulling out the tarot. So, because there's also an underline here. No, that one's in the reverse. A fly, a period of ill health and depression, dog barking, advice from a friend, dagger, fear, worries, tense situation. And now the situation also involves dog close up, which is pleasure with a close friend, and then flute, disappointment in a friend or lover. So, you're like there's three cards here that talk about a friend, like getting advice from a friend, pleasure with a friend, disappointment with a friend. And then the casket card is here too. And so, okay, we have the mirror and the man. So the mirror is telling me that somebody's reflecting on something. Somebody's thinking a lot about something. Somebody's maybe taking a different perspective here. This perspective seems to be around a friendship of some type. I mean, it's very, very obvious. Now, so this could be someone that you're more than just friends with this person. You could be more than, because it has disappointment in a friend or lover. I feel like someone that you have voiced your disappointment to someone, or they're starting to see that you are disappointed in them. That's actually another way that could be. They're starting to see that you are disappointed in them to some degree. And, you know, it could be your body language. It could be maybe, you know, if you're talking with this person, you just kind of give them the bare minimum. Like there's something going on here where this person is really thinking about that. Now, but it says someone going out of your life or the end of a situation. So this could, like, it feels very complicated to me with all these friends cards. And that, like, that's all part of the situation. Now your energy specifically you, like that's just cards for what is the situation Taurus is in that I asked. You have the bridge, and then you have the bird perched, waiting for news, package, or letter. So it gives me the impression here that, like, you're open to new ideas and new avenues. You may also be trying to, like, bridge two differences in life here, but it's like you're waiting for something in relation to that. It's like this person over here is thinking about it. They're thinking about this. Now, because there's a man in the reading, it's likely connected to who you're, like, I think this is who you're dealing with. So even if you're a man, I feel like this could be another man that you're dealing with. If you're a woman, it's likely that's the man over there. That's the man over there. So I really do want to go into tarot because, like I said, I looked at this for a while and it was only getting as far as, like, I've kind of taken it with you right now. And I thought, like, I'm not really sure what is going on here, but there's something going on. So we are going to need to get into the tarot here. So I'm going to start with the situation. Somebody's reflecting about going out of your life or the end of a situation. The casket, right? He's come out with a mirror. The Ten of Cups. I feel like this person is reminiscing. The man. Oh, the Tower. Yeah, something's gone on here too, because then you have the dagger. I'm wondering, like, if somebody got some advice here at a bad time in their life. Something like, right, a period of ill health or depression. And then you get advice from a friend. And then we have fear, worries, and it's a tense situation. There's something about this underline that's making me feel like the tense situation or fears are, I don't know why I feel like it might not be a fact. Like there may not be a reason here to be worried. There may not be a reason here to feel tense. But it's almost like this is somewhat, the way this dog's mouth is open, he's just like, it could be just a friend just saying a lot more than they need to say. But if you're any of us, when we find ourselves in a period in life where maybe our health is not well, or we have depression, or maybe we have mental health, or we have other stresses or something going on in life, it's, I want to say it's probably easy to go over the edge. It's probably easy to go over the edge with bad advice, because this is feeling like going over the edge. That. Excuse me. Not to say that there wasn't something here, because this is in the past. I feel like there's somebody here who's let you down. I'm going to say that. I feel like that's the situation, because it's like getting along. This pleasure with a close friend. Well, it could be whatever you want. I don't know what kind of pleasures you're having with your friends, but you know, but even if it's just like someone that you enjoy being with and doing stuff together, but then it turns into disappointment. And the Tower is here with the man. I want to get into that. So the man is connected to some sort of major ending of some sort that's gone on here. Something that has fallen apart. There could be like loss of home in this situation for some of you as well, with this 10 of Cups and in the Tower, like everybody is falling out of this house. What was the disappointment, or is the disappointment here? What's the disappointment here? It's interesting it's flute, because flute, when I think of a flute, I think of like the Pied Piper and like kind of being drawn to things. The 6 of Cups. Oh. Okay, so this man here, what did I say with this? I said, like, it felt like they're reminiscing, or they're thinking about things from the past here. Yes, look at all these thoughts from the mind, from the back of the mind. Okay, this is a situation. There's a man here. Maybe it's you. Maybe this is your situation, and maybe you're trying to figure out how to bridge a gap, possibly. But there's a lot of thoughts here about how things have gone down between yourself and another. I'm going to leave it open who's having those thoughts, because some of you, it could be you. But there's an individual here that looks like a man who's thinking about these disappointments. It's either how they've been disappointed in a relationship or situation with another person, or how they might feel that like they've disappointed you, possibly. Because this also, in some way here, the man could be the one having the Tower moment. I think there's something about this energy too that gives me almost like a breakthrough. Some type of a breakthrough, like thinking about something, or enough time has gone by that somebody is having thoughts that give them some type of a breakthrough about what went on, who did what expectations were. So you're like a bird perched here, waiting for news, package, or a letter. The Hanged one, the Hanged Man. You're on standby. It's kind of like, I don't feel like the ball is in your court and whatever's going on here. The ball is not in your court. Again, I really feel like this is 50% of you. Some of you, this is someone else over here thinking about, but this could be you. Like you could be thinking about something and you're, but why would you be like waiting? Waiting is the Hanged Man. Why would you be waiting to hear from someone? Why are you waiting? Why are you waiting to hear from someone? Why are you waiting to hear from someone? The Five of Cups. Because disappointed. Somebody's disappointed. Something hasn't gone down right. No, something hasn't. I don't know if there's like there also is the feeling in this reading with all these friend cards and friends giving advice and you're having fun with your friends and then you're disappointed with your friends. If there's too many like chefs in the kitchen in some sort of situation in your life here. So you have the bridge. It's almost like you want to be able to bridge a gap. You want to bridge a gap. The Nine of Swords. The Nine of Pentacles. The Page of Pentacles. And the Two of Wands. It's like you're waiting to talk to somebody. It's the oddest thing. Like really, your energy looks like you're waiting to talk to someone. It almost gives me this vibe too. Like there's some type of discussion that needs to happen here to clarify something. I want to understand all this shit. Okay. A period of ill health or depression. The Fly. The Knight of Wands. I want to say the Knight of Wands could be our health. Like, you know, how you feel. The energy that you have to do something. Dog barking. What is this advice? What was the advice that was given here? What advice was given? Or the Six of Swords to move on. Okay. And then why do we have fear? It's underlined. Fears, worries, and a tense situation. The Queen of Pentacles. Okay, I find this deck interesting because everybody's like either burying, all the Pentacle people, they're in different stages of burying things, finding them, digging them up, holding them in their hands. So this Page of Pentacles is over here with your energy, and they've buried something and they're putting a key on a branch. Now, the Queen of Pentacles has used the key to open something up out of the ground here. It's whatever this page has planted, the Queen of Pentacles is harvesting. But it's almost, this is crazy. What is going on here? Because this is giving me the real vibe here, like he's planted it. And now he's looking for the person to come and dig it up. Or like right on the lookout, because the Queen of Pentacles is the next one. Well, the Knight, typically. But the Knight of Wands, the Knight of Pentacles should be the next approach after that. But no, see? Maybe that's something didn't happen in the right order. Somebody's interfered with something. Somebody found something that they shouldn't have. That's how that's coming across. Somebody found something or got access. Like a person was missed here. This is really one of those readings where, yeah, it's like when I start pulling out too many kings and queens and knights and I'm like, okay, there's like so many people in this reading. The Five of Wands, the Ten of Swords, the Star and the Eight of Pentacles. This is like a conflict that turns into some type of betrayal. Yeah, what's going on here? I want to know, what is this Queen of Wands? Because all this fears and worries come out that because it looks like to me she's digging something out here. What is she doing? Why are we worried about the Queen of Pentacles? Did I say the Queen of Wands? I meant the Queen of Pentacles. The Strength card and the Six of Wands. I want to say this person is kind of proving themselves here. Who's the page? What's this page? They just finished burying something. Four of Swords, Queen of Wands, and Ace of Wands. Oh, it's a different queen. See? There's so many people here. You're waiting. You're waiting for the package letter, right? You're waiting for something, but somebody else received it. This is odd. Yeah. This is becoming so specific. It really, like, it's starting to look like to me that it's almost like sending a letter to somebody, but it got redirected, or somebody else checked the mail and they opened it. And because of that, like, it's like communication that stopped between you and another person here. And not only did the communication stop between you and another person, I've had energy like this come up before. Because it's giving me it's giving me the vibe that the person who intercepted the message or the package, they're the ones that now understand what's going on between maybe you and another person. It's totally giving me that vibe. I've done that. I've said this. This is years ago. And it's kind of like that, where it's almost like two people, like, I think a schoolyard is easier to do this because adults are not usually doing this, but I guess we could. It's kind of like giving a letter to a friend. Okay, can you go pass this on? Go give this to Tommy. Okay, go give this to Tommy. And your friend's like, okay, I'll go give it to Tommy. And then your friend kind of gets distracted along the way to the swing set. They put the letter and something else down. And then the letter kind of like blows away. And then the letter Susie picks up the letter. And Susie's like, well, what is this? And she opens up the letter and she's looking at it. And she goes, oh, now I see. So Clara likes Tommy, and Clara wants to ask it. Like, it's kind of like got that vibe. But then now Clara's kind of coming, like, because this person has, I don't know, they've accessed something here. It's like they've accessed something. So now Clara is under the impression that Tommy knows that she likes him, right? Now, this doesn't have to be the situation, but this is how this is unfolding, this energy. And I'm telling you, it felt complicated, and I finally feel like I'm starting to unwrap it. But Tommy doesn't respond. So she's like, well, obviously Tommy doesn't like me either, or doesn't like me either. So I don't know if she's had problems with that. But Tommy's kind of like, I don't know why Clara stopped smiling at me in class now. Like, Clara doesn't smile at me, so I guess she's not. But then Susie is trying to keep these names here. Susie, oh my God! Now, as I say Susie, it's bringing me to that Seinfeld episode where Elaine was pretending to be Susie and Elaine. Oh my God, this is really complicated. I'm not kidding. So as I'm saying that, Susie, because that becomes like a fake personality. That's not actually a person who's really there. What is going on in this reading? Susie. Because everything that Elaine does that this other colleague doesn't really like, Elaine just puts it all on Susie. It's that Susie girl. It's Susie. Yeah, and then her boss even believes that he has a Susie working for him. It's really kind of funny, actually. But there's something, I know this is an odd reading. I knew it was going to be a bit of mental gymnastics for me getting through this when I first pulled out the cards. But so, okay, so going back to that. So that took me off track a tiny bit. What did take me on track, it took me down another avenue. Take a look at this, okay, and then let's keep going. So there could be somebody even possibly using like a fake persona here, Susie. And they could be blaming, like putting the blame on someone else that's actually not, that's not a real person. Or somebody who is not accessible in, like, you can't talk to this person. And that this energy is coming from Susie, where it's like she knows information about, did I say Clara? Clara and Tommy. But she's also the one that has prevented information from reaching Tommy. So she's in a, what I would call, right, like a power, yes. She's in a power position to manipulate both Tommy and Clara. I hope this is making sense. Well, if it's your story, you will. And I know y'all, I'm doing this long enough. I know I'm going to get the odd comment. You're fucking stupid. You don't know. Well, you guys don't type that because you know your comment wouldn't come through. So you try to be polite just so it can come through. And you know what I say in my head. I'm like, it is not your fucking reading. Why can't you figure that out? But I don't say it anymore. When I type it, I just keep going. I'm like, in my head, thank you for supporting my algorithm. Thank you for supporting my algorithm. Putting your stupid comment in there. I don't know what you're talking about. Because if this is your story, like, there's something about this is going to make sense to you. So, or it's just going to give you more to think about. Because there's something about this, like, waiting. Like, it's like, okay, this is reminding me of, like, Clara. She's like, okay, I gave the letter to, I don't remember who her friend was. I don't remember. And no, but the Queen of Pentacles got this. She got the letter. It's put her in a position of strength and power here. I don't know, maybe that's a good thing for Susie? I don't know. Okay, so the man's got a tower moment. The man is having a tower moment. The Three of Swords and the Ace of Swords. That all landed on advice from a friend. See, that's where this comes around to me. It's like Susie feels like the person who would be giving advice. But okay, so maybe Susie wants the same thing that Clara does. Or Claire, whatever her name was. Maybe Susie wants, like, maybe Susie's interested in Tommy. So, but now she has the power, right? She's got like some sort of information here. Or she like giving Tommy like some sort of advice. No. Because there's, oh my God, like realizing, I feel like this is realizing that somebody, no, okay, the man energy looks like to me that this tower moment is like figuring everything out. Well, good for him, because it took me a minute to figure this out. The tower moment is the man realizing something. And it's funny because the way that comes across to me is like, I don't know, it's almost like two people like kind of smiling at each other, and then Clara sends like the letter to her friend, but the friend gets distracted. The letter never gets to Tommy. So Clara then believes, well, Tommy doesn't like me. Tommy's not interested in me. Tommy doesn't want to be my friend. So she's not going to be friendly towards Tommy anymore. But the letter, it's weird, no? You know what I'm saying? Like there's somebody here, Susie, I feel like has something going on here with Susie. The Six of Cups. This is a disappointment. I feel like this man has more information. Why are these cards? They're just hitting me. They're not flipping. This man has more information about something that went on in the past. And I feel like it was bad advice from a friend. I don't know. The Wheel of Fortune and the Page of Pentacles. See, this Page of Pentacles has something to do with what got, like a seed that got planted, but it wasn't harvested. It wasn't harvested by the person who planted it. It was harvested by another person. Somebody in here, right? Because the mirror, when I was shuffling the deck, the mirror and the man fell out as I was shuffling the Shadows of the Middle Ages deck for your situation. And that is somebody who's reflecting and really thinking about things and looking at a situation. Somebody's understanding something that they did not understand before. They're understanding the pieces to a puzzle, or possibly the role that people played in situations from the past. You see, like, when I look at the bridge with the Nine of Swords, this looks like you're getting some type of interference here. Or you're really worried about something. The bridge and the Nine of Swords. The Ten of Pentacles and the Three of Wands. Well, it looks like Susie with Tommy. I don't know. Right? Like because that may be the King and Queen of Pentacles in here. I don't know. Your energy comes off to me like you're worried that you're interfering with something. I don't know. You could even be worried. This came up in another... Did this come up in another reading? Someone even here could be worried that someone has a family. This is a very complicated reading. Why did the advice say to go to the Six of Swords? The Six of Swords to me is, Three of Cups, Ten of Wands, oh, and the Ten of Swords. See? That advice right there is that somebody is, oh yeah, no, you don't want that. Somebody's gonna, you're gonna get hurt there. Somebody's going to betray you. This is really one of those situations where, I don't know, there is a third party in this energy for sure. It's Susie, which is also interesting because when I say Susie, Susie's not real. So it could also be like Susie could be the symbol of, like, it could be like two people not communicating directly and accurately with one another. Or something is being used as a scapegoat. Say, man. The King of Wands, the Six of Swords, and the Five of Cups. Oh. Well, see, now that's curious because the Queen of Wands is over here with that Page of Pentacles where something's being buried. But then it feels like, well, why the Queen of Pentacles is unearthing this, and we totally missed the Knight. Like, to me, the Knight feels like the transportation of the information, or who would have the map, who was giving you the map to get to a destiny. So here's the King of Wands, and this is the Six of Swords. He's being told to go on his way. Well, at least that's the advice from someone here. Like somebody advised, it looks like to me, a man to go in a certain direction, or, yeah, a certain direction. But that direction leads to disappointment. And you are the one waiting in But you have disappointment too. Are you disappointed about this whole thing? Why is the Five of Cups here? I just want to clarify that. That's the High Priestess and the Eight of Cups. Okay. I feel like, okay, so to me this looks like you have too much concern over whatever this is. I'm going to be honest. Like, it is complicated. And it also reminds me of sort of like, you know, often there's this saying that when you don't know all the details, trying to figure out what's really going on can be impossible and you just exhaust. My new saying, exhaust yourself. Like, right, what was one of the theories in the JFK assassination was about a man who stood there with an umbrella on a beautiful sunny day. And it was like, that had to have been a sign. There's like, no, why would a man stand there with an umbrella up on a beautiful sunny day, right? Well, so there must have been something about, well, no, actually it goes back before Kennedy was even president, and it has something to do with this man's father's business. It was an umbrella business, and he was standing there, and I guess his father's business had gone bankrupt or whatever, and he felt it was connected, or maybe it even was, to Kennedy. So he was protesting by using an umbrella so that Kennedy would understand. But right, like the CIA and everybody's like, it's got to be the umbrella man, because this makes no sense, right? But the attachment to that is so obscure that, like, for anyone to figure that out without doing heavy digging would be very difficult. Because there's something here, like, to me, it looks like you don't understand something, so you're just walking away. And I'm going to be honest, at this point, I feel like that might be a good idea. I feel like you don't understand something, you don't see, there's a lot of something that you don't see here, and you're just walking away from it. The Eight of Cups. It does look like something here is disappointing in how it turned out. Yeah. But, it looks like to me that there's a man here having like some sort of an epiphany moment. Now, if you are this man, you might be having this epiphany moment too. Like that this is like, you know what, this is just too much for me. I really don't, this is just painful. I really understand how painful this is, and I just need to move on. And as we say that, there's the Hanged Man at the bottom. Okay. I'm going to go do the extended. I'm going to go do the extended, Taurus. In the extended, you know what I'm going to ask? I'm going to ask the what isn't known about others here. I'm going to ask, you can either say that I'm going to do, should I do all three? I don't know that's, no, I'm just going to do the two. I don't know that Susie is a real person in this, because she isn't a real person in the way, like, right, in the context of that Seinfeld episode. So she could just be the symbol of a scapegoat or the lack of information. So I'm just going to look at what this person doesn't know about you and what you don't know about them. And then we're going to call it a day on that one. Thank you so much, bovine babies. Until next time, be gentle with yourselves. Bye.